Alright, just a disclaimer, this is a cute love story.
Bit of,
mushy, happy endings, you know, all that.
Get your wine out because there's going to be a lot of cheese. Justus League, what's going on? Welcome to today's video. As promised, we are going to talk to you guys about how we met. It's something different. We haven't talked about it a lot, but we're excited to kind of share this personal side of our story. It's going to be a good story. We're going to make it short and sweet for you guys, and it's just going to give you guys a good insight as to like how we met, and let's get into it.
Yep.
This is an East Coast girl who met a Midwest boy.
Yep.
And that's how the story begins.
That's cute. Okay, so I'm from the Philadelphia area, South Jersey, Pennsylvania area, and I went to Missouri to study photojournalism. And anyway, I was taking a lot of classes at Mizzou, and I took 2 night classes at another college in the area, Columbia College, and that's where I met this guy.
Yep, that's where I was finishing up my degree at Columbia College, and we met in macroeconomics because she was trying to get these classes out of the way.
Yep.
And it just didn't work out with her schedule at Mizzou, so she was there, and I'm so thankful she was because she sat up in the front right corner of the class, and I actually didn't even notice her for the first 2 weeks of class because she was so quiet. She would just sit on her computer and just like type the entire time, but then she started kind of like talking in class and asking really good questions, and it piqued my interest, and she was also very pretty to boot. So yeah, she was always in and out. Like she was like there to get class done, and then she would just bolt out of class.
Yeah, because I had my friends at Mizzou, but I was just taking these night classes, like you said, to get them out of the way. And so, yeah, I would just go there, take my notes, and leave. Yeah. So anyway, one night, and it's dark, remember, so this was like really weird. This guy comes like running at me, basically, and I'm hearing him say something and I was kind of freaked out. And I was like, what? And he's like running at me. And he's like, hey, he's like all out of breath, and he's like, I was just wondering, he's like, I missed the last class, and I noticed that you take your notes, you know, on your computer. Would you mind sending me an email?
Mm-hmm. We were the only 2 people in the class that had computers, so that was my genius idea.
And I didn't even notice, because I didn't notice who was behind me. I was just listening to the teacher pretty much. But anyway, so it did not strike me at all like this person is trying to hit on me or anything, because it just made sense. Like, yeah, getting notes for me would be a good idea. So anyway, I sent him my notes, and then a couple days later I get a response. And he goes, hey, by the way, you seem really cool. Would you like want to hang out and, you know, like meet some of my friends or something like that? Yeah. And the funny thing is, I was dating somebody at the time, and again, I'm still clueless that he's trying to, you know, get to know me better because he has a thing for me.
Yeah, and she sends me an email back that's like, my boyfriend and I would love to hang out with you. And I'm thinking like, dang, I was like, I knew she wasn't single. And I was like, oh, that's, yeah, just my luck, you know what I mean? And, but yeah, she was like that. I didn't take her up on that offer, obviously.
Yeah, surprise. He didn't want to hang out with me and my boyfriend. So, one day I came in, it was like a month later. A
couple months later.
Yeah, something like that. I came in and my eyes were all puffy and red. It looked like I'd been up all night or had like severe allergies or something. And he was like, are you okay? And I had been crying for like the past 2 days straight. And he was like, what's going on? What's wrong with you? And I was like, you know, like my chin was quivering. Just like anytime I talked about it because it was still so raw and fresh. And I said, you know, my boyfriend and I actually broke up. And I'm looking at him, I'm telling him this. And all of a sudden, like, you know, in the Grinch, when he gets like that smile, all of a sudden this slow grin, and it turns into this big smile on his face. And I'm looking at him like, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. This guy is such a jerk. He's smiling. I just told him I'm like completely heartbroken and upset about this relationship not working out.
But you have to realize, in my mind and from my perspective, I had these ideas of like, I had met this girl and just interacted with her for a short period of time, and I had this weird feeling that this was like, she was the one for some reason. I don't know what it was. It was an instant feeling. It took her a lot longer to figure that out than it did for me. But yeah, so I called my buddy and I was like, oh my gosh, you're never gonna believe this. Like, it's the stars are aligning and blah, blah, blah. But she thought I was a jerk, and she didn't talk to me for a while.
Yeah, I just was like, wow, he's really insensitive, and I just didn't even understand that reaction because, again, I was not thinking of him thinking of me that way. Anyway, a couple weeks later, we were both in line at a cafeteria at the college, and I overhear him talking with his friends about his dog, how he rescued this dog and stuff. And that piqued my interest because I had Chase, who's also a rescue, and so we started showing each other pictures on our phone of our dogs, just like proud parents, you know, would do with their kids. So I was like, you know what, maybe this guy's okay. Didn't understand that reaction still, but I was like, you know what, whatever. He might be a cool person. And so
we ended up exchanging phone numbers, and then I sent her a text like, I don't know, a week later. And Roni, my dog, asked her dog Chase out on a doggy date. So we ended up going out to this dog park, just kind of walking around, hanging out, talking, get to know each other. And
still, at this point, I'm still clueless. I'm just like thinking he's my friend. I was like still not even ready for a relationship.
Right.
So anyway, I ended up just like, there was a lot going on with school and stuff like that, and I was like just talking his ear off. He wasn't saying like a word the entire time. We were probably there for an hour. I'm talking his ear off, and we said goodbye, and then I remember getting in my car and thinking, well, he's never gonna want to talk to me again. Like, I was probably just so annoying talking his ear off. Little did I know, he apparently went to his parents' house and said, oh my gosh.
I said, I met the girl I'm gonna marry. My mom was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And understandably so, but you know, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And again, at this point, she still didn't know. But we ended up going out on a first like group date kind of thing at a Kip Moore concert at Whiskey Wild.
Yeah.
And that was a fun time. And then we officially started dating in late May. And the rest is history. Yep. How long did it take us to get married?
Well, we got married 7 months later.
7 months. Wait, May, June, July. 7 months later.
Yeah. Yep, in December.
December 2013.
And we knew way before that. We just needed, my dad was teaching at the time, his dad was teaching.
Yep.
And we were both in school, so we needed to wait for the next break, and so that all of our family could go.
Yep.
So, but we knew, like,
instantly.
Right away.
I knew it.
I mean, when we actually started, you know, talking and all that kind of stuff, and I got to know his heart, that's what I fell in love with, was his heart. He's the kindest, nicest person.
Seriously, stop. But anyway, that's the story of our meeting and how we met.
We hope you enjoyed this. Definitely check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But yeah, all right, that concludes
today's video. And you will see an RV adventure video on Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, we'll see you guys on the next video.
Bye.
Hi, Justus League. Justus League. Hey, Justus League.
Okay, ready?